This is a KGW News Special Edition.
And we begin here at 3 o'clock talking about the weather and taking a live look outside from our Rose City Skycam. Portland is under a state of emergency right now because of the heat we're dealing with. It's in effect until at least tomorrow. But the clouds today have kept things a little bit cooler than what we were initially expecting. Chief Meteorologist Matt Zafino is here with what we can expect, Matt, over the next couple hours.
The cloud cover has really saved us from being hotter than we were yesterday. Right now, looking south-southeast from our Wells Fargo Skycam, you can see the clouds. There is smoke mixed in with that as well, at least over the eastern half of the valley. And we're at 93, which certainly is hot, but it's a whole lot better than 99 or 100, which is where we thought we would be going today had we not gotten this cloud cover. In fact, there are some hotter readings, like Scappoose is at 98. We've got 98 in Sherwood. But other places, especially on the east side of the valley where they've had more cloud cover for longer and it's thicker, only in the 80s, 84 at Troutdale right now. So quite a bit cooler there. And that's the case down the Willamette Valley, too. So we're sort of dodging the bullet with the heat here. And look, we're running about 2, 3, 4 degrees cooler. In the case of Troutdale, 11 degrees cooler because they hit 100 yesterday. And that's the case throughout all of Western Oregon because of this cloud cover that you're seeing right here. Now, this isn't just your run-of-the-mill garden variety cloud cover either. There are showers and thunderstorms embedded within that. We've got the heat advisory going until 11 a.m., but the real weather story going through tonight into tomorrow morning is the potential for showers and thunderstorms and the fact that it's going to be a really warm night overnight tonight. The cloud cover, while it kept us cooler today, will keep us warmer overnight, so we likely won't drop out of the 70s, maybe a bit uncomfortable for some. Scattered showers and thunderstorms, though, tonight into tomorrow morning. And the good news is it looks like August may actually begin with cooler and wetter weather. More on that a little bit later on, but I want to touch on these thunderstorms real quickly. We've already had a couple of lightning strikes in the Willamette Valley, one near Sweet Home around 11 o'clock. Now we're getting some new storms developing on the west side of the valley in the Coast Range out by Junction City and Eugene. And these will continue to develop. We'll continue to track those as we go through the afternoon. Back to you.
All right, Matt, thank you. Well, the last time we dealt with extreme heat, more than 100 Oregonians died. Most of them were found in their homes. In particular, a major affordable housing provider was criticized for not doing enough to help residents there stay safe. Home Forward confirmed 3 people in 2 of their properties died with no air conditioning. So with near triple-digit heat settling in again, our Maggie Vespa went back to one of those properties to see what Home Forward is doing differently.
We asked people here at Peaceful Villa if Home Forward is frankly doing enough amid this extreme heat, and one woman just laughed and handed us this flyer.
The flyers posted on every door say the complex's air-conditioned community center will be open during business hours. Friday, that means closing at 4:30, the hottest time of day. Home Forward also posted flyers about local cooling centers and hot weather tips. We spotted 3 sporadically throughout the complex. Residents are fed up. They say Home Forward should be checking on people and helping them get access to AC. Many here are older and disabled, and they're mourning the death of a neighbor, an elderly man found dead in his unit after June's record-setting heat wave.
We spent, my neighbors and I, 2 hours watching the police, coroner, and other state officials prepare this man's body. And yes, I do think they are responsible to do the bare minimum.
Home Forward is Oregon's largest affordable housing provider. Of their 72 properties, 1 has central AC. A rep for the agency said they recently bought air conditioners for residents in need, and they sent out text alerts about this week's heat. The handful of residents we spoke to say they never heard about those AC units, and they never got that text. Maggie Vespa, KGW News.
Hey, this is important. TriMet is offering free rides to anybody who needs to get to a cooling center and can't pay for the fare. It initially said the temperature needs to reach 100 degrees before people will be let on without paying, but TriMet decided that as long as the heat advisory is in place, people who need it can get a ride to a cooling center. TriMet says if somebody can't pay, just let the driver know that they need to go to a cooling center and they will waive the fee. We do have a list to all of those centers right now on KGW.com, and here's an easy way to find it. Just text the word HEAT to 503-226-5088. We will text back with a list of cooling centers in the area. There are about 60 locations on that list. They have air conditioning, water, snacks, and some of them are pet friendly. Well, Governor Kate Brown said the state is already taking steps to be better prepared for the hot weather. She called for an after-action report after more than 100 people died at the end of June during Oregon's historic heat wave. She told our Kristen Severance what the state and counties are doing differently starting now.
I just have to say, this heat dome event that occurred in June was unprecedented, and I was horrified to learn of the deaths of over 100 Oregonians. That should not happen. These people should not have died.
When it comes to the deaths, so we know that people died Sunday and Monday. Your office was not told until Wednesday, the governor. How does that happen?
Well, clearly we need to have better alignment in terms of communication, and that means from the county level to the state level. And we're working to make sure that that is better aligned.
I can't imagine that you were, felt good about that.
I was horrified, honestly, to learn that.
And we, you led a pep rally. The state had a pep rally on Wednesday, and dozens of people had died. Was someone held accountable for not telling your office, for not stopping that event from happening?
Well, just for the record, I was unaware, as you are aware. The Oregon State Police has accepted full responsibility for that lack of communication, and they understand that it was absolutely unacceptable. As you're also aware, Washington went ahead and had an event as well that day.
Governor Kate Brown told me changes are already in place to be better prepared for this next round of extreme weather.
The best thing that Oregonians can do is to sign up for emergency alerts through oralert.gov. Every Oregonian needs to know how to be 2-week prepared. We are making sure that the 211 line, which is a nonprofit, generally speaking, coordinated through the counties, that is fully staffed.
Do you feel that Oregon is better prepared the next time?
Oh, absolutely, but there is always more that we can do.
You can watch our entire interview on KGW's YouTube page. Absolutely. I'm Kristen Severance, KGW News.
On the COVID front, Governor Brown has also announced all state employees will now need to wear masks indoors regardless of vaccination status. And if you're visiting a state building, you will have to wear one too. The governor told us she does not plan to impose another statewide mask mandate at this time. But yesterday, she announced all students K through 12 will need to wear masks this fall. Well, Oregon's COVID cases keep climbing. Today, the state reported 1,076 new cases. A new report predicts the daily case count could hit nearly 1,200 a day by mid-August. Many of the new cases are in counties with low vaccination rates. Pat Doris talks with the health director of Umatilla County.
This map from the New York Times shows average cases per day over the last week and calculates infection rates per 100,000 people across Oregon. Darker is worse. Umatilla County is about as dark as it gets, with an average infection rate of 65 per 100,000 people.
I think we've been consistently leading the state now for probably a couple of weeks, maybe more.
Dr. John Hitzman is the Umatilla County health officer who each day tries to persuade more people to get the COVID shot. Recently, it's been a losing battle.
You and others have all these great facts about why it not only makes sense, but could save your life to get vaccinated, and yet the numbers are not changing. What's that like for you?
Frustrating, disappointing. I am saddened to think that we have a very, very safe, now well-proven technology that saves lives that is not being utilized to its fullest potential.
He's not alone. Across Oregon, public health officers in rural counties face a number of obstacles, including political arguments for not getting the vaccine. The result is a spike in cases in many of those counties. We took a look at 3 days, July 27th through the 29th, and counted up the new cases. Jackson County had 309 new cases during those 3 days. The CDC shows 56% of people 12 and older there have at least one COVID shot. Umatilla County had 277 new cases and a vaccination rate of 53% for those 12 and older. Douglas County, 167 new cases and a 52% vaccination rate. Josephine County, 108 new cases and a 48% vaccination rate. For context, Multnomah County, with the most people in Oregon, had 249 new cases during that same 3-day period and an 81% vaccination rate. Pat Doris, KGW News.